so excited, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Kendra.
That's me.
Got it. I'm here.
Bob, is it better that
All right.
you use VR with this? Rich. Yeah, that's what I gathered.
Woohoo! Now I'm going to stay back and make sure that everybody gets through. Ah, yep. Have in store for you now, but there's so many options. It's amazing. Now, perfect. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Good.
Can you guys see? Awesome.
Lights, sounds, smell.
Mm. Yeah. All right, now hold on, Bob, before you start going into it. Yes. Let everybody kind of find you. Gather over here. Follow Bob. Awesome.
Wait, where is he?
You see the big picture of Bob's
Oh,
face.
there he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
dancing Bob.
Okay. Sorry, everybody who couldn't hear me before. That really is a lot of fun, and I enjoy audio problems. You'll notice that I collect them. Okay, so here's just another way that you can sort of, if you want to showcase yourself, your abilities, your craft, your whatever. So I've got a little section here on all the various things I'm up to. I've got my voiceover section here, and this is a whole voiceover demo that's, that shows off my stuff, obviously. Over here, as linked to my Instagram page where I do a lot of character voices and things like that. So again, I know I'm talking a lot about myself here, but I want you to be thinking in terms of you. How would you use this space or this technology to be able to share what you're up to with people? Because if you can gather them all in the room, you can teach them things, you can show them things, you can do whatever. So over here on the other side, representation of the Bob Doyle Show, and there's a whole room we'll show you there about like how you would put on a show and that type of thing. I just noticed, Dawn,
Which,
that
by the
one of your
way,
comments is up here.
Oh, I was just going to say, join us Wednesdays at 2:22 p.m. Pacific time, except for tomorrow because we'll be traveling.
That's right. That's right. That's when we do our show. And then over here, this wall facing here is did a lot of stuff in VR, virtual reality, which is what we're talking about here, creatively. And I have a whole bunch of, there's a podcast built around a character that I created in VR. And then this big video here is a demo of the kind of things I did. I won't play that stuff here, but you can come back later and check it out. And I'd be honored if you did. Obviously, you're seeing that I'm bringing in all these custom 3D models, like this creature here. His name is Mr. Dodson. I was able to use the same 3D program that was used to create him for my VR movies and bring him into this app. So there's a lot of flexibility with the kinds of things you can bring in and how creative you can be. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this room, and it's actually not maxed out in terms of, how much I can put in here. There's more I could put in here. But I didn't want to try for this because I didn't know how it was going to be with all these people. But it seems to be working pretty well. Okay, what's next? Okay, now we're going to go all the way across the hall. If you look down the hall, you'll see Tracey in that beautiful red dress. And we want to walk all the way down.
Tracey's ego side.
That's right, the Tracey's ego side.
The Tracey ego side. All right.
Yeah. I'm waving over,
So
waving
this
over.
side to...
Hold on, let him get over here.
Yeah. Oh, can I? Yep. Let's make sure everybody so can hear.
Wait, I don't know where.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Clapping's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tracey Starr.
I love the hearts. It makes me so
there
happy.
you go.
Yes. So this is my section, just to kind of give you an idea. Again, as Bob's saying, the things that you're up to are the things that you could do in here. And so one of the things that these spaces are used for are art galleries and NFT galleries specifically, and that's a whole other conversation for a little bit later. But this here is just a collection of my art, which will be turned into NFTs. So right now, you can't buy them, but you will be able to at some point in the near future. I love elephants, so Bob just randomly put an elephant because, he loves me. Over on the table over there is just, a picture of myself and the kids and some poem I wrote in high school. Over here on the other side is The Power of List, which is a book that I'm working on, which will be released a little bit later this year. And I am doing a project with my friend Sharon Wilson called The Quantum Shift Show and the Quantum Entrepreneur Movement, and that is forthcoming. We actually will be launching March 28th, so more information on that. I also have Stars PR, so there is an opt-in for our tips, which helps you to understand interview marketing and how to best prepare for interviewing. And I think that's kind of it on my section right here.
Awesome. So, some of this stuff that we're sharing with you may not apply to you, but again, this is to introduce you to the concept of what could you do? What could you do? So, hopefully you got some ideas spinning already. All right, so now we're going to go back to this middle area here real quick. Let's all meet in the middle.
Coaching?
No, we're going to go see our sponsors.
Oh, you're not going to do your coaching side?
That's after we get back.
Ah,
Yeah.
I can't see the agenda, sorry.
All right, so come back over here, guys, to the middle, and then we're gonna go check out our sponsors. Now, again, you've got an opportunity, just like any other show, to have a sponsor for your event. We reached out to this company called Dream Herbally. I'm gonna let them talk to you. They're in here. They're in this room that we created just for them. So if you think about this as a concept, you offer your sponsors their very own room where they can set it. You're going to see here, and they can talk about, you do Q&A, they can do a little presentation, whatever. So what I'd like everybody to do now is to click. So over in this sponsor area where it says Dream Herbally, there's a little portal hovering above there that says Travel to Dream Herbally. Let's all go in there. Tracey will hang back until everybody's in. All right. Here we come, you guys. All right, as soon as Tracey's here, that means everybody's in here, and then we'll let you guys do your thing. It looks like you guys are a little bit shorter than the podium, so you might, when you talk, you might want to jump up on the podium beside it and not behind it, because your faces will be hidden. So just as
Okay.
let's see. We'll let everybody else get in here before I start talking too much. But you can certainly walk around and check things out, get an idea of like what you could create as a sponsor space, or even for yourself. Now, also in a lot of these rooms, and you may have noticed in the last room, you can have sound effects in the background to create some ambience. A lot of these rooms, I'll have music going in the back to kind of just set a mood or whatever. But I wanted to keep the audio nice and clean for this. So we've still got a few other people in the metaverse. So hang on. They're coming one by one. Here comes Dr. Steve. You guys, we got some celebrity in this room. I'm not going to talk about, well, we got several people in here who, very impressive. I'm just going to keep it on the down low, though, That's awesome. The clapping is fantastic. All right, so it looks like we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the background there. Hey, Victoria waving. All right, I tell you what. If you give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna jump over there and see what's going on because there might be a problem. You guys just talk amongst yourselves or whatever. I'll be right back. Hey there. Hey there. I'm just coming to check on.
I'm trying to direct people.
Okay, let me see if
So
I can.
Steve, do you know how to get through? I'm trying to see. Maruk said, can you, I'm seeing.
I'm gonna make this thing bigger.
Yes, that would be really great because I cannot. There we go. Can everybody see that? So if you click on that, it'll open up the portal. And
Yeah,
then you just
it'll
hit
say-
the button
yeah.
travel.
Just like you got here. So everybody do that. I see somebody. Looks like somebody's on the phone. Is that Steve, I think? On the phone. So he can't click through. All right, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to assume that whoever is not clicking through has wandered away and that what we need to do is just go ahead and go back. Is that okay? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I see.
Well, you can go through without me and I'll see.
Okay.
Donna, do you
So I see
can you-
TJ Space. If you can come over here and click through the Dream Herbally site.
You see this here? I'm pointing to it.
Yeah,
That
is it-
portal right there. If
Right.
you can click on that. If you're on your phone or desktop, you should just be able to click the bubble. And then, of course, if you're in VR, you
All
just
right.
point your control at it.
All right. We got
Awesome.
3 more. Something maybe.
Steve? Yeah,
I think Steve's on the phone. So,
I think Steve's on the phone.
That's what it
so
looks
we're gonna
like.
leave- yes.
all right. So we'll let him catch up. I'm gonna go on in. Okay. Okay.
Found it, and then you put.
Look at that. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
I'm so sorry. There's only one person left, and I think he's on the phone. So we can go ahead and start.
Very cool.
So just by way of introduction, let me just say that
Got
how I found out about these guys. I was on a podcast.
All right. I think we have everyone here.
Okay, good, awesome. I was just
Yes, Steve joined us. We are good. This
So I was
is
just
excellent.
explaining how I
Okay.
ran into these guys.
Bob, do we have
Yeah,
everyone?
I just was talking all muted. I was just talking and talking and talking. Sorry.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to briefly say how I met these guys at Dream Herbally. I was on a podcast and they had sponsored that podcast. And what the guy was saying about this tea and what it did was very, very intriguing to me. And then, but I didn't think much about it until he posted the podcast, and then I saw the ad again. And this is while we were putting this thing together. I'm like, this is such a perfect match for Tracey and what we're doing with Luscious Living and all that stuff. And if these guys are game to come play in the metaverse, I'd love to have them sponsor us. So we reached out, and here they are. So I want to introduce them to you so they can talk a little bit about their tea and why, and then hopefully you'll see why I feel like it's so interesting. So welcome, Stephen and Alyssa. I don't know who wants to talk first, but thank you so much for being here. We can see and clap. And
Hey everyone.
Welcome to Cold War II. I think we're very privileged on a line with Russia that they're an adversary. It's close to being an enemy as you can be. I think.
hold on a second. I
we
think.
just
Hold
wrote
on.
Ukraine.
We got some.
Yeah,
weird,
yeah.
oh, what the heck that was? All right. So I muted everybody. So now Stephen and Alyssa, you'll need to unmute yourselves again so that you can be heard. One of you has a weird
Audio's a
audio.
little sketchy, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds. I'm not
That's
sure.
Alyssa.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound good.
Okay. Yes, clearly. All good.
And there's like 5 Steves in here too, Bob. So.
I know. You're right. You're right. So Steven is from Dream Herbally, and then we've got Dr. Steve, and then we got Steve to Steve. And then maybe we got more. I don't know. All right. So I guess
Hey,
Steven.
Bob, do you want me to go over to the metaverse, and so if anyone comes over, if anyone's in there, I can tell them to come here?
Well, the lobby has that sign, and it tells them to
Oh,
come
okay.
into the meta. I see that Steve is still over there. We got 2 people over there. If you want to go get them, Dawn, that's great.
Raven, okay,
Yeah,
sure,
if you want to go
okay.
get them, that's great. Thanks. Nice to have helpers. All right. So
It's
again, let's just try
amazing.
again. So Steven,
So
I
great.
guess you'll have to do the talking.
Okay.
Okay. Alyssa, your audio is still not working?
Yeah, it sounds like a
Yeah,
robot.
it's very fuzzy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go ahead then. So hey everyone, we are Dream Herbally. Alyssa and myself created this, and what we do is we make herbal blends that are designed to help enhance your dream awareness. So there's the potential for lucid dreaming with cumulative use, and just giving you more vivid dreams in general and improving your dream recall. And we started with, you'll see on the wall somewhere around here, the Blue Dream Blend. Alyssa and I started using that. We became lucid after a few months of using that, and started having really vivid dreams after about a week or so. So that's kind of the one that got this all kicked off. That's our best-selling blend. And then we started working on different alternative blends, each with a different twist. We have up there the Deep Sleep Dream Blend. It's also a dream-enhancing blend, but it allows or facilitates a deeper sleep and helps you fall asleep. The Ayurvedic Wellness Blend there is, it's an adaptogenic blend. So these are herbs that help balance your energy, help calm you, reduce stress if that's what you need, or they can give you energy if that's what you need. And just kind of a holistic wellness blend, a lot of health benefits in there. And the Pleasure Blend is just kind of a mood boosting blend designed for an indulgent experience. It's got some aphrodisiac effects. So each blend, you can look at the details as you walk around the space in a little bit. And just to take a minute on kind of our overlap with the work that Bob and Tracey are doing, when you look around the room, you'll also see some content on how lucid dreaming can be a tool for brain rewiring. So in the dream state, we're not bound by the sensory stimuli that typically keep us, within our existing paradigms, basically. So it becomes easier to create new neural pathways. And we have some content on this in here, as well as some other benefits of lucid dreaming. For example, we have some content here on how you can use the dream state to gain insight that can be directly applied to waking life. We actually offer dream analysis services for those who want to learn techniques for going deeper into the layers of your dreams and actually leveraging that content in waking life. So there's a infographic here somewhere on the services we offer. And last thing I'll say, the primary purpose of Dream Herbally, it's 2 things really. It's to make dream enhancement both effective and pleasurable. So we design all our blends for a luxurious, layered sensory experience. The process of working with traditionally sacred plants, taking in each layer can kind of be a ritualistic way of enjoying being present. So this is the type of experience that we integrate into the idea of a luscious living lifestyle. So yeah, that's pretty much the intro. Feel free to take a look around at everything we've got up here on the walls. Questions always welcome. You can find us anytime at dreamherbally.com. And yeah, thanks a lot to Bob and Tracey for inviting us into this space. We're really excited based on how much overlap we have between the work we're doing and their work.
Us too.
It's really cool
Awesome,
to be
man.
here.
Thank you.
Awesome. So grateful. Thank you.
So again, we're going to give you links to these rooms so you can come back and really look at all of everything you've seen so far in greater detail. We still got a little bit more to go. So let's go back to the Metaverse Showcase. So that the portal is floating up above here in the center
Big
of the
bubble.
room. Let's see if we can get there as quickly as we can. Tracy will make sure everybody gets in okay. Oh, hi, live streamers. I sometimes forget that you're out there. if you are. So sorry about the non-audio at the beginning. I don't know what's going on here with the showcase. This isn't a good sign. Oh, there we go. All right. I see Giordano. All right. That took a little longer than usual. Okay.
Duck in
Awesome.
black hole.
Still peach.
All right. You guys are doing great. Thank you so much. Just got a few, looks like 2, 3 more in the other room. The clapping is so great. All right, we got just two more. Steve and J-Lo. J-Lo. Sure. All right. We're moving along a pretty good clip. I'm pretty happy with this.
25% Steve.
All right. 2 more folks. All right, Lennon. Awesome. I don't know what the deal is. All right, well, Angel is here. Well, so what we're going to do, just so you know, we're going to go through this last section over here, which is sort of our boundless living section, and then we're going to pop into another quick series of portals, and then we're going to come back here, and then we're going to go on a really quick lightning tour to kind of show you a different series of environments to give you, again, more ideas of how you might use this space, and then we'll be done. So we're coming down to the home stretch here. I guess I want to go back and see real quick what's going on with the last 2 people here. So just give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Oh.
Now, if you just turn, there we go. If you just turn a little bit and move to, you should be able to see. Now, do you see Bob?
Let me see. I'm gonna put
I'm
it
right
on
in front
speaker.
of you now.
Yeah, I can see Bob.
Okay.
Okay,
so
good. So the bubble is you know
Here, I'm
sort
gonna
of
put it right in
above
front of you.
him. He's there. We go.
Bob Doyle?
Yes.
No.
So now look at just if you'll turn here, I'm going to put it right in front
Just
of you.
touch Bob Doyle?
Yes.
Okay.
So now if you click this orb, well, I just had it in front of you. See, do you see that portal floating in front of you? Whoops, you moved. Do you see the portal in front of you?
No, but I just see.
If you use the Q key on your computer.
When you made it bigger, I'm on my phone. When you made it bigger, that's when I was able to see it.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna.
Let's see. Is this it? Okay, I got it.
Okay, click that. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Oh, hi, live streamers. Here we are again. See, you see the behind the scenes stuff, huh? Pretty fun. Any second. I guess you don't need to see that big a screen. All right. Okay. I think we're all present and accounted for now.
You see me, baby?
The room is just still loading for me.
I'm right behind you.
Okay, I'm going to mute everybody. Okay. So now over here, by the booth that has me wearing the red shirt around it, over here. So what we want to do now is we're just this is just another example of how you can position yourself. This right here. This video is a video about my coaching, and then just a little video logo thing around our Boundless Living Challenge. If you come in here, again, these are just QR codes that take you to our transformation personality type quiz. This is all about brain rewiring. Evolve Your Excellence is about coaching. Over on this far wall over here, we've got 5 reasons to hire me as a speaker. So again, promotion, that kind of thing. Now over here in the corner, you'll see this little model. And there's a video here. It says Bliss on Demand, and this is about, because I'm a certified Soma breathwork instructor, and breathwork is amazing, and I freaking love it, and it's great for brain rewiring. And so I thought, what a great opportunity in the metaverse to create spaces where we can go and do breathwork sessions. So this is sort of another way that you can represent some of the worlds that you have to visit. So what you're looking at here is a model of where we are about to go when we go through this. Now, again, we're just going to quickly go through these portals. We're going to, again, hopefully we've got it now. We know how to click them and get through quickly. But let's right now, if you can, let's click through, come over here to the corner and click on Travel to Purple Breath Dome. And Tracey will help anybody who's left behind. Okay.
This is a trip, Bob.
Yeah, you like it?
I like it. I got to get the headset, man. Wow. I got to try this out for real.
It really makes a difference when you're in there. And when I do have permissions turned on where you can pick things up and resize things and walk around, and that's an even different experience. Mommy. Hey, that's not a sound effect I put in there. Oh, little kids in the metaverse. All right, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute for the moment. Okay. All right, let's see how many people we got left. A handful. I guess that's the challenge. I'm realizing now that the challenge is quickly moving everybody through these portals. The last part of this could be a little cumbersome now that I'm facing the reality of how long it takes to get everybody from room to room. It should be super fast, but it seems like, if everybody just puts their patience caps on, that'd be great. Because this is, we're just trying new stuff. All right, we got still a few more people back in the...
What's with the baby elephant?
Tracey loves elephants, so I put one in for her. See?
I see. That's really cute.
Yeah, it's nice that
The one thing I did notice...
You what now?
The one thing I did notice
It's
is...
a shame you can't pet it.
I know. One thing you did notice, what, Rich?
When we traveled from the one room to this, at the moment I did the transition, there's no sound at all. So I can't hear you talk any longer or Tracey.
Yeah. Well, if you're moving from another room, and we're in one room that you left, you wouldn't hear us. We don't have universal voice over all areas. You only hear us where we are.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. All right. What is going on? Something crazy is happening. The bird got huge.
The bird is flying into the dome.
Yes. Hold on a second. Let me...
You can move them. I've got a cursor.
Right.
You gave me the cursor.
I know, that was a mistake. Hold on. There. So that's what happened is...
You're asking for trouble.
No, I know. I was asking for trouble there. I turned off that. But see, that's what can happen if we have all the permissions on. But anyway, so now you've seen this giant bird.
Oopsie.
And somebody's up on the... Yeah. All right. We got the last few people coming in here. I hope.
Ooh.
All right. I tell you what, guys. Let me pop in real quick and see what's going on with Metaverse in the showcase area. And then we may have to rethink how we do the rest of this because we got 4 or 5 things I wanted to jump through. But if it takes 5 minutes to go to each one, I don't know if that's going to work. So hold on one sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, see, this is how we learn. Are you learning with me? All right. All right.
Bob, are you here?
Yes, I'm here now.
All right. You need to make those bubbles ginormous.
Okay. All right, let me do that.
Please. So for any other portals we go to, just make it the whole size
Yeah,
of the room.
I
or
know.
something, so we
I'm
don't
I'm
necessarily
kind of having
can
some
find
second
it.
thoughts about because if it takes 5 minutes to get to every one, then I'm trying to click it so I can edit it, and it just wants me to go to it. There we go. Oh no.
Well, this is why we're doing it. We're testing it out. This is new for all of us too.
Okay. There, I've made it ginormous.
All right. Everybody see this? Angel, can you see that?
There we go.
It's over in this corner over here.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to find right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Purple
go.
breath, Jeff.
Okay. All right, I'm learning
Ooh, I'm
that.
looking through the window, and it's got cushions with Luscious Living logos all over it.
Yep, lovely, right? Okay, so we're learning.
Indeed.
I'm learning that we need to make these portals freaking huge for easy transport. But so for those of you who've been around here now for a while, you get the idea. We can go into the dome. I can lead a breathwork session in the middle. People can quote unquote sit on the cushions. I can add as many cushions as I want. And so we can have a nice little intimate breath session. I can play music through here, the whole thing, right? So you get the idea. So I've actually got 3 of these domes built. We're going to go to one more in a second here so I can demonstrate something else that is really cool. But
Now just make the portal.
that's what I'm trying to do right now. But
Awesome.
here we go.
What's the name of the next portal?
Huge breath dome. It's the one I'm raising up right now. Do you see it? Does everybody see it outside there?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm behind this dome here.
All right, now we're going to blow their minds. Hi, Sue.
Ooh, I like this place.
Right? So this is when we have like 300 people who want to do a breath session, or 50.
Yes. Oh.
So because we
I
have
like the music in here.
yeah, nice little drone, right? It's just a nice little drone. Keep things honest. So what's interesting, and now I can do this as a host of this, one of the interesting things we can do, and this is a nice big space to show it, although I really would like to wait till Tracey comes in, till everybody's in here. We've still got a handful of people. We still got people in the metaverse. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Bob, how long did it take you to set all these rooms up?
Well, I've been working on this for a few weeks, for sure. But a lot of it's a learning
Okay, you want me
curve,
to go to the
too.
metaverse?
Okay.
Bob, do you want me to go to the metaverse?
And just see what's going on? Sure.
Yeah.
But then there were also
Okay.
people in the purple dome. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just...
Yeah, but Tracey has those people, right?
Yeah, okay, yes, thanks so much. Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, she's freaking awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I want to show you here, and then we'll wait till everybody's here. I can actually... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I do want to share screen, but I can share... I gotta find this. I'm going to make this nice and big here. You can see. All right, so this is actually the screen on which I'm doing this broadcast. So imagine sharing a Zoom screen or anything else you wanted to demonstrate. So this is, now obviously this only works if you're streaming from a desktop from which there is a screen, for which there is a screen to share. But obviously this is a pretty neat idea to kind of, if we need to bring the real world into the metaverse like this does 1080p at 60 frames a second. If any of you know what that means, it's just a really high it does a really nice job of bringing in a video. Everybody see this okay? Yeah? So this is kind of, yep, really, really cool. I love this. Well, the way that that works now is that you would just create it and then just give them the link. People can't, it's like an unlisted video on YouTube. If they don't know the link, they can't ever find it. That's the extent of the privacy on this particular platform. Keep in mind that this is just one metaverse platform. We chose this because of its flexibility of ways you can get in and how easy it was, comparatively easy, to set all this up and bring in all these objects and do stuff. You know, I've got a lot of experience in this world, so, you know, but feature-wise, there are other platforms that have other features in terms of privacy and private rooms and voice zones, so you can block off where people can hear you and where they can't. Really cool stuff. And a lot of that is coming to this platform for sure, but this is where it is right now. It's still pretty cool. You can do a lot with it. And I'll show you specifically with the coaching how that can work. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, instead of us going back to the metaverse and clicking buttons again, I'm just going to create portals. That's right. I'm just going to create portals. So, and I'm going to make them freaking massive. So let's go now actually to, I got a couple of, Victoria was asking about, you know, okay, I'm trying to select this so that I can edit and make it huge. All right, now there's this giant sphere. Campfire Coaching. Let's all click to Campfire Coaching. Craig says he's stuck in the Dream Herbally room. Okay, so you could create any kind of scenario for coaching, obviously. But why not a campfire with crickets or whatever you want? But the idea is you can create a little coaching group, come in here, sit around the campfire, and do some coaching. I absolutely intend on doing this with some of my coaching groups. Let's see. The uke sound isn't in this one, but don't you worry, Rich. Banjo. Yes. Well, anything. That's the whole idea, right? You can have seminars, and again, they can be in headset. But one of the things that we want to talk about is that, you know, Tracey and I are going to put together a virtual metaverse retreat, and we can create whatever environments we want with no travel, right? So, but the whole retreat wouldn't be with a headset on, because that would be cumbersome. So it would be some with the headset on, some with the headset off, some on the desktop, that kind of stuff. So here's Tracey. So I guess that means that most everybody's here. So again, I've got a place up here to play a video. So if I was teaching on something, I could play that and then we could talk about it. This is just another big PDF that talks about my coaching, just to demonstrate, you know, that you can put any kind of document or anything that you need. You can bring PowerPoint presentations in here and show them. So there's just a ton of flexibility in terms of presentations and again, I love the idea of breakout sessions, because you can just create a portal to somewhere and that's it. And then you guys go meet over here, you guys meet at the beach, you guys meet at the, you know, wherever. So just a lot of really fun options. Well, if anything, now remember, you can always share your screen. So if it's something that's just on a screen, then you can certainly share that, if it doesn't natively come in. All right. So you get the idea there. Now I've opened up another big portal here that should be floating above your head for the Bob Doyle show. Okay. So let's all, whoops, sorry, I don't mean to keep moving it. Yes. Yeah, it's hovering over the van, I think. All right, so we'll see you there. Yeah. Fun, right? Oh, it's snowing where Raven is. Okay. All right. So let's say I had a show, which I do. And let's say I wanted to do it in VR, which I do want to do it in VR. So we could fill up the auditorium with people who are in the audience, and they can clap wildly every time I do something even remotely funny. Thank you. Good, way to go. Wow, that just made my day. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, there's a microphone, obviously. There's all kinds of stuff we could do. I mean, the possibilities are really limitless. I just kind of threw this together as an example. But whatever your presentation is, again, this screen up here, you could put your PowerPoint presentation, you could do whatever, and they could be in this environment. Any object you've seen, any object you can think of, you can bring in here to these environments and decorate it however you want. So who's getting a sense of how they might use this already? Hand raise, whoopee, claps, I don't know, just something. All right, good. I hope so. All right, let me go make this portal bigger again. I keep trying to click. No, here we go. So there's a portal up here. It says Luscious Lounge. Everybody see it? Should be ginormous. All right, now some of you are appearing outside of the environment, which happens sometimes, but you can just kind of click over towards it, play around with it. This is a very small room for so many people, so that's on me. And I think I actually left before Tracey had everybody in the other room, so I might get a talking to on that one, because I'm afraid people might get lost. So again, this is one example of something that, that you might use for a breakout room. Just some sort of nice environment, however, that'll look however you want it to. You could put whatever music or sounds or no sounds or whatever you want. But we've got some of the Dream Herbally teas and things like that. So you can see how you can be creative with just linking rooms together or having more information available or just having a place to hang out. I've come into these rooms several times just to sit because it's just relaxing, So while we're waiting for folks, anybody have any questions at this point? Because we really are in the home stretch here. We've got like just a couple more things to jump into, and then we're going to be done. Well, can't explain it. I mean, all these models have different levels of complexity. You can bring in very simple ones that are kind of blocky, very low poly count, or you can bring in things that are much more complicated. You want to kind of find that nice balance because it affects the performance of, if you've got a desktop, it's got to handle what you throw at it. So the idea with these environments is you want to kind of keep them economic in terms of your computer usage and stuff like that, so it's not too taxing. So too much detail and it slows things down unnecessarily. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What's that? No. There's no payment. This is all free. That's the great thing about Spatial. See, there are a lot of metaverse platforms that are charging for digital land. And Spatial does not believe in that. So all of these environments, and now you can buy, if you want to pay a modeler to model something to your specifications, that's, you're going to pay for that. But Spatial doesn't charge you for these rooms. And virtually everything you've seen in here was either, like the rooms themselves were included with Spatial, but all the objects and things I either made myself or found for free. So the only prop I bought in this whole thing was that little booth that we stand behind out in the main area. Those little black booths, like $9, just because I was lazy and didn't want to look any further. So, but there's a lot of free stuff out there, and lots of information on how to find that stuff and bring it in. So, okay, sure. All right, now the next portal here. try and make it bigger again. Okay. Artificial intelligence. Yeah. Hold on, let me... This is for you artists out there. Hi, live streamers. Okay. All right, you guys are getting good at getting here quickly. Love it. Okay, let me just wait till Tracy's here. Okay. Now this space is huge. It'd be very easy to get lost. I sometimes do. All right, there's Tracy. So for all of you artists out there, photographers, creative artists, whatever, and I know you're out there, one of the, like Tracy said, one of the biggest uses for this technology is art galleries. And specifically for this day and age, NFTs, galleries to show your NFTs. And don't ask me a bunch of questions about NFTs. We're figuring that stuff out right now. But I can tell you that Spatial is a platform that is very NFT. Yeah, it's, I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to make one change to the audio here so that everybody hears everybody equally. Yeah, so this is a great way for you to create an experience of viewing your art, because if you're in VR especially, you'll know that walking up to these pictures or whatever, these things that are in a frame, and seeing them that big, especially if it's your own stuff, it's pretty cool, I gotta say. It feels really good. Now, in this particular gallery, I've mixed. These are all pictures I've done using artificial intelligence or different kinds of software programs to mess with faces. That's why I call it artificial intelligence. If you follow my Instagram or whatever, I do a lot. This is like, I do this all the time. I take a face and I'll just mess with it, and then I'll animate it and put a voice to it, and then I'll throw it up on social media and see what happens. So this museum, if you will, is sort of a compilation of still images and video that I've done. And so the ones that I have just chosen to denote the ones with video, with a little video player icon in the lower left-hand corner. Again, we won't get into playing all this right now because, you know, number one, I just would feel like a show off, right? And it's just too much. But you can jump around and kind of see, kind of get an idea for it. And I'd love it if you guys came back later and, you know, and pursued it and let me know what you thought. There's an area in the middle that people are finding. So there's lots of spaces to put stuff. And I saw one iteration of this there's this middle space here that you may or may not see, but you'll run into, that they use as a theater, set up a bunch of chairs and put a screen on the wall. So again, now some of you, is Angel in here? Where is she? Okay, Angel, I don't know. Do you see me? Do you know where I am? Oh, you're okay. So look up here. So turn and look at the gray picture with the four right behind you. Turn around. And up there. That's you in the upper right. Yeah, really nobody's safe. If you're my Facebook friend, you're going to end up on these one of these days probably. That's not true, but I do a lot of tests with my. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else represented in here. Now, I don't have you, Dawn, but Dawn, are you in here? Who's who? So, Dawn, did you see the Leanne pictures? The Leanne pictures. We have a mutual friend. Yeah. Yes, and I kept meaning to call her and ask her if she was okay with this. Oh well. But anyway, so this is just where's what? Leanne, well, boy, how do I see? It's easy for me to get lost in here. So I am. Yeah, now she's in a corner. and I know I keep running away, but I took one photograph of her, and this is part of what I like, what interests me about this AI. That's right when you come in the door. So this was one picture. None of these is the original picture. Not one of these is the original. They've all had something done to them using a combination of apps that use AI to make changes, whether it's adding age or changing facial structure or anything like that. And I use this technology to create original characters for things, for just creative things, just short little vignettes or whatever. But but just me personally, I am fascinated with AI and synthetic media and all that. And like I said, so a place to put it all like this and maybe turn it into NFTs one day. I mean, that's a very exciting thought for me. So that's why I've got this. Yeah, it is exciting. All right. Let's go back to the main entrance here. And I'm going to make this portal big. Yeah. And let me make this portal big. I know it is, and this is a big space, so I don't worry. It just kind of gets central. It'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be different. All right, I'm jumping in. Okay. He does not bite yet. So I'll wait till everybody's in here. But again, this is another possible sort of breakout room that has some whimsy to it. You could do coaching here. You could do whatever. You could do whatever here. By the way, the skies and all that stuff, these sky boxes, you can use any 360-degree image you can either take or find and make it your skybox. So it can be, it can have whatever feel you want if you've made a custom environment like this. One of the things yes? I'm hard to hear? Okay, hold on. There. Yeah, anything you can find a 3D model for in the proper format, and there's, it's a pretty common format, you can drag in here. Now, there are some parameters, like in terms of size and how complicated they can be so that, everything still functions, but you've got some creative flexibility. This is this particular model here is not asking too much of the system at all. So you could do stuff like this that's not a big deal. Now, I added the animated fire. I don't yet. Yeah, if you find, yes, absolutely. If you had, well, actually, the room we're going to go to next has an example of some animals in it. So I just want to wait till. Cool, excellent. You mean wait, character animator, character? Which? It's a particular. If you can create, look, if you can export these things as like like an OBJ. These are all 3D files: FBX, OBJ, GLB. This is all text speak. But if you can export them in that format, you can bring them in here. Yeah. All right. Sure. Okay. Now Tracey's here, so we'll let the stragglers just look around. So this was just another example of a fun little place to be, a little whimsical place. Kind of the cool thing about these custom environments, as you can see now, I'm up in a tree, up on the top of the tree. It automatically, and you guys have some of you climbed the hill and that kind of thing. You'll see that you can just kind of climb these environments and get really unique and cool perspectives. You can teleport on top of anything in there, so that's kind of fun. All right. I love that you found that. That is so appropriate that you of all people would find it. I was going to point it out, but then I was like, how do I explain this? But yes, I put a little tiny character of Mr. Dotson on some of the fungus growing out of the tree to find. Lots of different opportunities. It could be more high res, by the way. Like this is a pretty low res image of the sky. It will support whatever you throw at it. I just was being kind to it. And I couldn't find a really good high res image, but they're out there. Okay, so now we're definitely in the home stretch here. We're gonna go, so I gotta get the bubble higher again, or bigger. It's up above the trees. It's the Bob and Tracey hangout. Let me make it bigger. Oh my God, now it's ginormous. Everybody see it? Okay, good, let's go. All right. So now this place is going to be a little crowded, but there's so much going on in here. This was sort of like one of the first rooms we started playing with and importing things and just playing with what can we bring in here? Let's try this. Let's try that. So there's quite a hodgepodge of things in here, but demonstrates a lot of interesting things. Like in the middle of the floor, we were talking about a room full of kittens. So I don't have a room full of kittens, but we do have this animated dog and a frog interacting in this cute little way. These are actually two separate models that... Oh yeah, hold on. And let me turn off the music real quick. There. No, it's just the one I found. It really makes no sense for it to be in here, but... Dork. Yes. I will call attention. I will. So I wanted to call attention to this little thing over here where I'm standing with the bed. That this is unique in that this is actually a 3D scan that I took with my phone while Tracey was doing a sound lounge session. So she's laying on the sound lounge, it's the vibroacoustic stuff we were talking about before. And I walked around with my camera and did this 3D scan, which I was immediately, now you'll see it's not perfect, but I was immediately able to bring it right into this. So if I took the time, you know, you can, and the phone actually has a scanner of objects and room built into the spatial app. The phone app actually does a lot of interesting things that we can talk about in a more advanced session at some other time if you're interested. But the fact that we can bring in things like this is pretty interesting. And if you're in VR and you're kind of, you know, looking at her like that laying down, it's an interesting feeling. Dr. Steve's right there, so he can attest to that. But like this robot over here was just a 3D model I brought in. Over by the table, these bees, they look amazing. I mean, you can get right up on these bees, and the detail is amazing, and they're animated and the whole thing, and I can put them wherever I want, and so I was able to have, and the pizza, and that's an example. That's what I was going to do next. That's what I was going to do next was, because the detail on them, just, I am so happy with the way, I'm going to make it real big so you can see. So you can see that you really create a nice wine bottle-y looking thing. And again, if I had everything turned off, you could interact with it, pick it up and stuff like that. But it's really, I'm finding that that's interacting with objects and things like that doesn't really seem to be what this particular platform is about, and some of the other ones too. They like to kind of keep things static and then just like have your meetings and bring in your presentations and stuff, but like pretending to drink wine and stuff like that doesn't seem to be their priority, but you can do it. You can do it. So, okay. All right. Well, for the most part, guys, that's that. What's that? Zero coding. Zero coding. I didn't need any coding. There's this. So hold on. I just want to make. Yes, that's what's next. But I'm trying to make it bigger so that people can click it. But when I click it, it just makes me want to go there, and I can't seem to edit it. So many people. Oh, I know you. Yeah, anybody can go ahead and click it. There we go. All right, Club Luscious. Okay. Dance party time. All right. This is dance party time. So if you're on your phone or your desktop, push all the buttons to do the dance. Don't even have to worry about being self-conscious. But if you're in VR, you got to do the moves. So if you're Kendra or if you're Steve or whoever else has a VR headset on, you got to move your arms and do the whole thing. But we just want to have this one little celebratory dance. That's right, up on the stage with Angel. Here we go. All right, so we really, really hope you had a good time. This was, I'm going to call it a success, even though with a little bit of glitch and slowdown, and that you all were here and you stuck with it the whole time. That's freaking fantastic. We are going to be sending out, another email with links to everything, so you can come back and visit and play and that type of thing. Follow up on any of the links that we shared. Any other questions? If you have any, you can write them in the Facebook event group. Other than that, guys, we can let you go, I think. Tracy, you okay with that? Hold on. Hold on. Yes. All right. Well, we're super excited. Cannot wait to play with you guys further. I'm really stoked about you guys who have gone out and bought quests for this or planning to, because I think that if you have not yet entered the VR world, this is a great way to do it. It's a nice practical way. You can probably write it off on your taxes for business purposes and then kill zombies at night when no one's looking. All right, you guys. Oh, yes, absolutely. Let's. You're going to have to do it though, because I can't. So let me. No, I'm going to give you the power. I'm going to give you the power. Actually, everybody will have the power, but just Tracy. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that group picture, you guys. Of course. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. All right, now, so bear with us while we get this going here. Now, Tracy, do you have a selfie stick now? Yes, you do. Okay. Can you get it far enough out? Look at that. That's awesome. Cheryl and Rich are coming. Hold on. All right. So do some emotion, do some movement, do something. One of the nice things about selfies is that when you take a selfie, you can immediately send it to yourself via email or everybody in the room. Now, we won't do that because we can sit there and send selfies all day. The only problem is every time you send a selfie, it's a separate email, and I don't want to spam you with a bunch of stuff. But we will share this definitely with you in a follow-up email so that you can have it forever. Or them. Take several. Woo. Now, actually, if you want, you guys can either leave now or you can go back to the lobby or whatever. Yeah, if you go, I'm going to set it up after we're done here. I'm going to set it up so it's a little bit more easily self-guided. but then you'll be able to just kind of go to wherever you want to that we shared here. And don't worry about messing things up, because I can reset the room every day. So if, like, I'm going to give you permissions to play with things, I invite you to go to the spatial site and learn how to use this. And there you go. Somebody's got the Pac-Man going. So yeah, so you can learn how to play with things and move things around and get an experience of it. So that'll be ready soon. And again, follow-up email will be there. So again, I just thank you all so much for being here. Hope you had a good time. We'd love to hear your feedback. We're going to send out a little survey tomorrow too, and I hope that you will take a few minutes to take, because it's only like 7 questions. It'd be really, really helpful. All right, everybody, enjoy. If you can, if you want to go back to the showcase lobby, let me see if I can get it nice and big for you again. Yeah. Hold on. And get it in the right position. There. So nice and quiet in here. Me on Discord, it's tricky. I mean, I do have a Bob Doyle Show Discord channel, but I haven't done anything in forever. I mean, I'm Bob Doyle VR in Discord, if that helps. That's Spatial though. Spatial can be found on Discord. Yeah, that's a message from them. So. Mostly the VR headset, because it's a lot easier to place things in there and size them. It's a little bit tricky. There's some advantages to the keyboard for precision in some cases, but for the most part, I like to do it in VR. Do it. It'll be so great. Anybody else have any other questions? Oh, say that again. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rich and Cheryl. Thanks for being here. I love the Oculus. Yes. I think for the money, you get so much utility. It's crazy. I mean, I use it for, I mean, I love games. Personally, I love games. Tracey's not a big gamer, but this really appealed to her. I love games, but I love this stuff too. And it is the future, at least this metaverse thing, whether it's going to be through an AR headset, VR headset, AR glasses, or just the desktop or your phone, this kind of thing is going to be the way. I'm sure this is going to seem really crude a couple of years from now compared to what we'll be able to do. But, you know, we're here at the beginning. We're riding the wave. That's what we do. So I appreciate all the patience, because it can be sort of frustrating tripping over all these things. But I think they did a pretty good job with this platform to support all these people. Awesome. You guys, you have to tell, you got to tell, I'm going to tell it in 30 seconds. Victoria got excited about getting a Quest. Yeah. Got excited about getting a Quest, went to Best Buy. They had one left. She brought it home. She opened it, and there were plastic bottles and garbage in it. It's crazy. Like crazy. I've never, like... Insane. So back to Amazon. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have the look. You do not have the look of somebody who would pull something like that. Now, if Steve went in there... Yes, Rich. Well, so with the VR, you can cast. They call it casting from the Quest to like Chromecast. If it's a smart TV that is like either Apple AirPlay compatible or Chromecast compatible, then you can stream to it, and then people will be able to see on the TV what you're looking at through the VR headset. That's the connection with the television. The nice thing, other than that, the Quest is great because it doesn't need anything. It doesn't need a computer. It doesn't need to attach to anything else. It's completely self-contained. But you can use the computer. You can connect. You can run PC games and things like that on the Quest wirelessly with certain software. So it's a very, very flexible unit. You are not just limited to what you can buy on the Oculus store if you have a computer that will support beefier games like I do. And it's great. I don't use my other VR headset that I bought originally ever because it required it tethered to the computer, and now I'm completely free to roam with the Quest. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, of course. Get it. Yep. You can fill it up. People fill it up. If you're a gamer, particularly, if you like games, some of the bigger games that are coming out will eat up that. But now, having said that, I have a 256. I've never come close, but I'm glad I have it. I'm sure I'm over 128 though. You know what I mean? So because you can take videos, you can capture videos of what your gameplay is, and that's all on there until you offload it, screenshots, different things. You can fill that thing up. I haven't done it, but people have. I always recommend. I mean, it's $100 more. Get the 256. You'll be so glad you did because you never know what's coming. Oh wow, that's much different than here. It's $299 for the 128, and yeah, it's a little side hustle of ours. We're only going to tack on 2%. No, um, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't think about that, but even so, comparatively speaking, it's a pretty inexpensive way to get into VR. And the thing is that it's always getting better. It's going to get smaller. It's going to concurrently get more expensive and cheaper. Like things like the Quest will probably get cheaper and more, beefy. But then there's a whole other VR world that is out to get the highest resolution, the highest of every, and like real like pro level stuff that, is still pretty expensive, but way overkill for most people, including myself. I'd take it if someone gave it to me, but I don't need it. Maybe not for a couple of hours. I mean, it really just depends. For example, the Quest sometimes sits heavy on some people's head. I use a different strap that was recommended for that. It balances out the weight a little bit more, and so I can wear it much longer. I do recommend that for people who are going to be doing extended things. But like I said, for our virtual retreat, it's going to be a mix. There are some things that we're going to want people to be in VR for, because it's a totally immersive thing. And then other things, if it's just like a meeting or a chat session or brainstorming or whatever, then they can just be on the desktop and take a break from the headset, but still be in the metaverse and still have all the advantages of that. So that's, again, it's just so flexible. It's just really great. I mean, you can be in VR the whole time, but if you want to take a break, you just take it off and you're on your computer or whatever. Well, thank you for sharing with people and being here and staying with us and doing the whole thing. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody. I was thrilled to see so many people. I really wasn't sure what the response was going to be. And then thank you that you even showed up was another thing altogether with the technical stuff. So it's great. Anything else? Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. It's not all VR. It's what tends to happen when you get motion sickness in VR. It's because your brain and your body, like, it doesn't seem like your body is making what's happening coming into your brain. So it's trying to figure out why do I feel like I'm moving when I'm not. And for some people, it makes them sick. I love it personally. I like the spinny feeling, but things like this, you're teleporting around. You're not even smooth moving. You're teleporting. So you're just blinking from place to place. So there's not really anything to give you motion sickness. I mean, it could happen if you like lose control and you don't know why you're looking all over the place. But generally speaking, platforms like this are not going to make you motion sick. Yeah, you just gotta take it. Yeah, it's like riding roller coasters. Terry, I just realized that it's you. You're in the floor the whole time for whatever reason. I I did not. It did not click that that was you. I can't believe. Have you said anything today? Maybe she's muted because I don't see her mouth moving. Well, sometimes if you're on VR and how you calibrate when you're in VR, and then if you sit down, it just doesn't really know where your height is. So that can happen sometimes. Like if you come in standing up and then you sit down, it might put you into the floor. I have weird things like that sometimes too when I'm in VR, where I feel like I'm like 3 feet above Tracey, or she's 3 feet above me. Not quite sure what that is. Imperfect technology. I'm sure they'll work it out one of these days, but I can still do what I want to do. It's just kind of a weird sort of perspective. But I would like to figure out why Terry can't talk. I'll connect with her later. Because she went out. She's the one who went out and got a quest for this. I want to hear from her. You can tell because she can like move her arms in all these ways. All right. Is anybody else? Yeah, she's clapping inadvertently. You could make a note, Terry. You could take a note and then write on it and then type a note and we could see what you're saying. Yeah. If you create a note, I think everybody has permission. Crash you on what? Your computer? That's weird. I don't know. That sounds like a memory issue of some kind. I'm not sure. But thanks for letting me know that. What's that? So when you say it locked up the browser, you had to like completely leave and come back in? Okay. Okay. Well, we can talk offline and I'll get a better detail because I'd like to be able to write up. Actually, in our survey, I do ask about things like this. So any kind of details around that would be helpful that I could send to Spatial and say, hey, this happened, they said this or whatever. Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe there's something they can work on. But yeah, crashing when you go to portals, I definitely want to know about that. So yeah, it should come out tomorrow. Yeah. No worries. Well, if we remember, we'll send you a link or something via Facebook or something. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay, well, look, you guys, we kept you for a really long time. If you don't have any more questions right now, we'll let you go. We're going to do more of these and more of these and more of these events in one way, shape, or form. I think next thing we're going to focus on is our retreat, and we would love, love, love for you guys to consider doing something like that, because we're going to do things like our breathwork sessions. We're going to do brain rewiring things. We're going to do Tracey's Power of List stuff. We're going to do all sorts of like really cool retreaty stuff, you know, that Bob Doyle and Tracey Starr are into. So we promise you really fun, luscious experiments with hands-on, crafty things. We got really big plans for this thing. So we're very excited about sharing it. So that's hopefully in the next few weeks we'll start, or sooner we'll start sharing ways to do that. But we do have a waiting list set up, and we'll send you a link to that so we can get on it, so you can get information. No obligation, of course, just keeping in the loop. Thank you very much. Thanks for... Yeah, good. I know we're gonna. That's the really. I hope Terry, I hope you got excited about this. About your, yes. She's waving. She's saying yes. Good. But we're gonna figure that crap out. All right, you guys. Talk to you all later. We're all gonna go. We're all gonna go. All right. Oh, I guess I can end the live stream, you guys. Thanks for being here.